Hey guys, I'm back. Here's the deal. What happens after I sign a contract and I'm getting my home inspection done? So I wanted to unpack this for a couple of minutes here. So the home inspection process, in most cases here in New Jersey, you get about a couple of weeks to do your inspections. Keep in mind, and this is really important, the contract of sale that you sign is not the same as what the home inspector is actually going to report. So what does that mean? During the home inspection process, you have the right as a buyer to hire a licensed New Jersey home inspector. And then that home inspector will go through the house from roof to basement, basement to roof, either way. And that home inspector will look for defects. They will also look for deferred maintenance. Now keep in mind, something that will eventually break or needs some maintenance is not necessarily a contractual home inspection defect. So let's talk about a few examples. So, it's amazing. You do this long enough and probably 25% of the things that we find on home inspection reports are the same from house to house. So every home inspector will suggest that you put extensions on the downspouts of the gutters. Some houses have them, many or most don't. So yeah, because the truth is, as I always say, water is evil. It's always trying to go places that it shouldn't go. So that's a good example of an improvement, not necessarily a defect, right? So you can buy those extensions at Home Depot for 10 or 15 bucks and you can screw them on yourself. It's not a defect. The contract states that a seller must repair. This is most cases, of course, not always, but in most cases, the seller must address what they call, in general terms, health or safety related defects. So that's an improvement. So now we'll take another example. Let's say the home inspector goes up into the attic and he or she notices a roof leak. Defect. What if they also notice some mold in the attic on the trusses from that roof leak? Defect. What if the home inspector notes that the heating system is giving off carbon monoxide? Defect. Exactly. I know what you're thinking. What if the home inspector says, the heater is 16 years old. The estimated useful life for this heater is 10 to 15 years. So it's 16, but it's working okay. Not a defect. So this can be a point of contention in some transactions because as a buyer, you're going to have to budget for a new heater probably sometime soon. Now, just as a side note, if you're buying a condo or a townhome, we do find that heating and air conditioning systems tend to last a lot longer in condos and townhouses versus detached single-family homes. So you can do a home inspection. The home inspector might recommend, or usually will recommend, a wood-destroying insect inspection, which that inspector may be qualified to do it, or they may subcontract it out to a pest control company. Depends on the inspector. Radon, which is a naturally occurring gas deep below the Earth's surface. Most inspectors will recommend a radon test if you have a basement. If you don't have a basement, maybe 50-50. More of a concern if you have a basement. Not difficult to remediate, but can be a little expensive, give or take a couple $1,000s. That's definitely an item that if it comes up above the EPA guidelines, then it's something that should be addressed. Not difficult, but a little pricey to do that. And then, occasionally you'll do a mold test. Some people occasionally will do a lead-based paint test, although that's pretty rare, although some of the rules are changing here, so stay tuned. So we get the inspection done. We review the inspection report. We pick off the items that are defects that you may be concerned with. Now, here's the deal. There's no perfect house, right? Every house is going to have some stuff. Come to my house, it's not going to be perfect either. I've sold new construction homes. They're not perfect. They're close, but they're not perfect. So in the home inspection process, then it's important for us to review the report, make sure that we're picking out the items which are actually contractual health or safety related defects. Hey, your brother might be an electrician and you may not care about any of the electrical stuff, but we're going to pick out the stuff that's important to you. And then through some negotiations, we're going to either ask to have those items fixed or ask for the appropriate credit. So here's the deal too. If you're reasonable as a buyer in this process and we're just focused on items that are actual defects, most sellers will within reason accommodate those requests because it's just going to come up on the next home inspection report. Thanks for watching.